I have a question for you. When you're focusing on manifesting, are you only focusing on a physical outcome? If you are, you should listen to this Karma Cards, because what I'm about to share with you might crack your mind open a little wider and help you manifest better. Hi everyone, Therese here. Welcome to this week's Karma Cards. I'm excited because I have a different kind of reading for you this week. And it all comes courtesy thanks to yesterday's new moon in Aquarius. So yesterday we had our new moon in Aquarius Spirit Circle, and it was fabulous. And the energy alignments were great because the same day that the new moon happened, the Chinese Lunar New Year happened. So it was very auspicious energy, full of new beginnings. And when you have a new moon in Aquarius, it's really focusing on the dreams that you have, the wishes that you have. Aquarius loves to fulfill those wishes. And so manifesting right now, I encourage you to focus on what you would like to manifest. You see, you've got about a 2-week window. While the moon goes from new to full, the energy increases on whatever it is you're trying to manifest. So this is a great time to focus on what is it you're calling in next. Now I want to share with you some really cool information that came through during the Spirit Circle. And this isn't necessarily information that I had planned to come through. So there's always a part in the Spirit Circle where I'm just tapping into my team. I open up myself to the energy and I let whatever message wants to come through. And it's my favorite part of the Spirit Circle. And yesterday's message was it was so good that I just had to share it with everyone here. And I'm hoping that what I'm about to articulate helps you manifest not only what you desire, but maybe even faster based on what kind of manifesting you're being asked to do, what kind would actually get you the result you're looking for a little quicker. So let me explain it. And I definitely have been under this impression too, but my team let us know that when people think of manifesting, they're thinking of a physical manifestation. And they said that's just one kind of manifestation that can come through. And they said, being here on Earth, being in this plane where you're so in touch with a physical type of reality, it's easy to believe that that's the culmination of what you're meant to manifest. Like as soon as it becomes physicalized, then you've manifested it. But they said that, that from a higher perspective, you would laugh at that notion because more of you is non-physical than physical. And they were saying that in terms of the universe, the percentage of that which is physical to that which is non-physical, it's like such an extreme difference. It's more like less than 1% of our whole universe is a physical type of manifestation or a physical energy, where the rest of it's all non-physical. So that just shows you the vast majority of energy. It doesn't have a material form. It doesn't have a physical structure. And they were saying that when it comes to manifesting, there are actually different ways to bring about a result that you're looking for that doesn't necessarily end in a physical form. And they said that when you're trying to bring through a physical manifestation, that it actually has to sort of transform through these other spheres to become physical, and that it goes down in frequency and energy to become physical. So what they're telling us here is that there are other ways to manifest that hold higher energetics, higher frequency potentials, and can create actually maybe more than just focusing on a physical manifestation. So to be clear, what is a physical manifestation? Well, when we're talking about a physical manifestation, it's the stuff you expect, to physically manifest money, or to physically manifest the house or the car, or the material items, right? Maybe the new job, right? A physical maybe a relationship, right? Which actually, I have a hard time calling that physical only because there's so much energetics that come into a relationship. But, something that you can touch, something that, you can say for sure, this is solid and here. And they said that a lot of people sort of just kind of gravitate to that. And then they think about, how can I manifest this physical form? And they're saying, there's a lot of opportunity here that you might be missing. And you might actually have more energy and maybe even more luck manifesting at a different level. So to help me illustrate this, I am going to use the tarot because it's kind of the easiest way to sort of break down these energies. So let's look at the 4 suits of the Minor Arcana to help illustrate the different types of energy. We've got Wands. This is the fire element, and this is that spiritual energy that we're talking about, the spiritual manifestation. We've got Swords, which represent the mental manifestation. We've got Cups, which represent an emotional manifestation. And then finally, we have Pentacles, which represent the physical manifestation. The areas that we're sort of overlooking here are these 3, right? The emotional manifestation, mental, and the spiritual manifestation. And so for today's reading, what I'd like to do is I'm going to help you tap into which one is most aligned for you right now, like how to craft a manifestation from all of these different levels. We're pretty familiar with how to craft a physical manifestation, right? That we're focusing our energy on a physical outcome. Let's look at focusing our energy on manifesting on a spiritual level. So manifesting at the spiritual level. When we're trying to manifest at the spiritual level, we are intending to increase consciousness. It's a frequency raising type manifestation. And an example my team gave last night was to focus on a spiritual principle, use that, and go deeper into understanding of a type of spiritual principle. So for example, the law of cause and effect, which is basically like the law of karma. What you give out, you get back. Or the golden rule, which is do unto others as you wish to have done to you, right? So by focusing our energy on understanding more deeply these spiritual principles, we create a spiritual manifestation of an increase in consciousness. And that has a trickle-down effect as well. It's going to change your life. So that's the beautiful thing about focusing your energy on any of these types of manifestations, is it's going to create a shift. It's rippling out to every level. And we want to find out where the shift is most easily going to occur for you. Let's look at the next one. Mental manifestation. So what does a mental manifestation look like? A mental manifestation is a mindset shift, a way to change perception in order to change your life. So for example, let's say you see yourself as a person who can't finish things, right? And that's what you tell yourself. In order to create a mental manifestation, you would decide, what is it that I want to be, rather than this vision or this perception I have for myself. Well, I want to be someone who gets things done. So the mental manifestation would be focusing on, I am a person who gets things done. Or what would a person who gets things done do in this situation? Whatever the situation is presenting, ask yourself, if you wanted to manifest as a person who gets things done, how would a person who gets things done approach this? And that is a key component of mental manifestation, to be able to mold yourself at the mental level to create a ripple effect into the rest of your life. So what is an emotional manifestation? Let's look at that. Emotional manifestation is created by building a feeling. So it's that identification of the feeling state and moving towards that. So if I want to feel peace, right, then I'm moving towards what creates peace. Or if I want to feel peace, I am generating a peaceful feeling. Or if I want to feel happiness, I recognize that I am happiness, right? Instead of seeking the emotional state where you're trying to find it outside of yourself, you're actually calling upon the energy within yourself through your emotional states. An emotional manifestation is about how to create that emotional state you're searching for by creating it. And the easiest way to do this is to create it for another. The emotional manifestation is really an amazing tool to use when you realize that this is the one that really is the what you give is what you get. So instead of looking for someone to make you happy, intend to create happiness for another, right? Instead of looking for something to give you peace, intend to create peace for another. And that is the emotional manifestation. Now, the physical manifestation, remember, it is a higher manifestation that has traveled down to the physical plane. So it's a manifestation that started up here, which would be spiritual, and moves through these energy centers until it becomes physical. So the secret of physical manifestation is actually moving through the other stages. And I would say that one of the quickest ways to create a physical manifestation for yourself is to move into the place of I already have it. This is a matching frequency. So when you feel like you already have something, you create a frequency which that thing has to match. And I love this. I love that for physical manifestation. So what I'd like to do with you now, instead of doing karma cards this week, is I'd love for you to tune in and ask yourself, what type of manifestation is most aligned for me to create at this time? So think about something you'd like to create in your life. Tune into yourself on an intuitive level and ask yourself, what type of manifestation is most aligned for me right now? And I want you to pick numbers 1 through 4. Now, while you're picking, I'm shuffling the deck, so even I don't know which one is 1, which one is 2, and 3, so that it's not in the order that we might guess it's in. For those of you choosing card number 1, your type of manifestation is spiritual manifestation. Your guidance is to consider a spiritual principle. Now, you can look up the 12 laws of karma. This is really great to kind of give your mind something to focus on and see which one's the most resonant for you, or you can choose like the golden rule. There's no limit to how you can approach this, but what we're trying to do here is focus on a spiritual principle and simply meditate on it, simply contemplate that principle and how I can increase that in my life. As you increase your understanding of that principle, you increase your frequency and raise your consciousness. All right, those who are choosing card number 2, if you've chosen card number 2, your type of manifestation is physical manifestation. So again, you want to go through the process of setting an intention. What is it you want to create? Who do you have to become to create it? And what does the physical manifestation, what is the end state? Like, how does it make you feel? And create that feeling for another, holding that intention that it's already been made. I already have this. And a great way to do that is to prepare for it. For example, let's say you wanted to manifest a new car. Maybe your old car is on its way out and you're ready to manifest a new car. Clean the old car. Look at how, clean the old car, get it ready maybe to sell. Look into how you could make space for it, or maybe you want to add another car. Imagine where that car would be parked. Clean the space as if this car is about to be parked in your driveway. And that is a great way to help speed up a physical manifestation. Card number 3. If you've chosen card number 3, you chose mental manifestation. This one's a really powerful one. And this, again, what we're doing here is we're identifying the perception we want to hold about something. And to do this, the first thing we need to do is identify a perception we're currently holding, because the perception and beliefs you currently hold create your current reality. So I want you to think about something you'd like to see created, whether it's, you know, something more on an emotional level, like a feeling or like a relationship, or if it's on a physical level. I want you to think about who would I have to become to get that. That helps you identify what it is you need to mentally manifest. And then the key is ask yourself questions from that mental state. So if the word that comes up is confident, I need to be confident to manifest this, then you need to start asking yourself, how would a confident person do this? For example, I've been using this for journaling. I have a lot of resistance to journaling, but I've been doing some epic journaling. And how I get through that resistance is I ask myself, how would a confident person finish this? Would I just abandon the journaling and go do something else, or would I finish it? And I always get a confident person finishes what they start. So I sit down and I finish the whole thing. It works incredibly well. Before you know it, you end up being a rock star at something that maybe you thought you weren't even good at. So if that's you, that's how you use a mental manifestation. If you chose card number 4, then you chose emotional manifestation. And this one is beautiful. I mean, look at this card. It's a beautiful card. By the way, this deck is called the Moonchild Tarot, and it's by one of my favorite artists, Danielle Noel. So I just got this for Christmas and I was so excited. But this is the deck, just in case you're wondering. Emotional manifestation, if this is for you, remember, instead of trying to seek the feeling or trying to fulfill that feeling by getting something, we're going to create it by giving it. So think about, what's a feeling state that you want to create? And remember, this feeling state becomes a frequency which attracts the things that match it. So if joy is something you desire right now, how can you give joy? Right? And look at it like there's so much opportunity. It's easy to sort of blow up what I'm going to give into something big. But, you know, sitting there and brushing your cat gives the cat joy, and therefore you are creating joy for another being and you're experiencing the joy of it as well. So how can you create that feeling for another helps you manifest it for yourself. I hope you had fun with this week's reading. It's a little different. Let me know in the comments, what did you choose? Did it resonate for you? And was this helpful in helping you understand just how many opportunities you have to manifest? Sending you so much love and light. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so that you know the next time I release a new video. Until then, stay magical.